guys, so today's video is going to be on these new Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duos. I do have both of them, so like I did pick up both sculpting duos. I have number 1 and number 2. I'm pretty sure these are the only ones that are out as of right now. Yeah, so just to give you an overview, I did use it in a demo in this video. And I kind of showed you guys how it applied. I showed you some swatches of the two. So this is what they look like. This is number 1. This is number 2. I definitely think that number 1 is for those lighter skin gals. And this one is definitely for medium to darker skin tones. I don't think that this is for deep because this bronzing shade isn't for skinned girls. I mean, you can kind of judge for yourself, but I don't know if this would work for girls that are really deep in color. But this highlight is my favorite out of the 2 highlights. I love it. It's very pigmented. I think it's more pigmented than the one in this one. In the first one I'm showing you, like, you know. Yeah. If you guys want to see my demo and kind of first impressions with this and kind of how I contour, put my blush on, and apply my highlighter, then please keep on watching. So there's my face. I don't have any face products on. Like, I don't have my blush. I don't have my bronzer or highlight or my contour. So obviously I'm going to be demoing the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. I did pick up both of them. This is 1 and this is 2. So I'm gonna just try both of the contour shades, one on each cheek, so that way you kind of get to see both and not just one. Packaging is just like this. It's pretty standard Makeup Forever packaging. You open it down here. It's not hard. It's just hard to do it with one hand. And they look like this. So super beautiful. I absolutely love the way that it comes packaged. I guess I can do a little swatch here. Number 1. This is the bronzing or the contour shade, and then this is the highlight. Oh, so pretty. It's kind of hard to show contour powders on my skin just because I am a little bit darker, but this is the highlight shade, and oh my god, I love it. I'm gonna both try the bronzer and the highlight on one cheek, and then the other bronzer and the other highlight on the other. Technically, usually like to do is go in with a angled brush. I use an angled brush to apply my blush as well. I kind of like to mix between my contour or my bronzing shade with my blush, so that way it kind of blends a little bit better. This is the Sephora Pro Angled Brush, number 49. Just looks like this. So all I'm going to do is kind of, and usually sometimes I do use my NARS Ita brush, but this is for a much harsher contour. I like this one because you can kind of blend it out a little bit easier. So I'm just going to take the contour shade. I'm going to look for the hollow of my cheek, which you can see here, like right here. I do have more of a round face, but you see as I can talk, you can kind of see where the shadow kind of lays. I'm just going to slowly kind of like sketch it out, and then from there build on. And I'm not going to take this in too deep because then that just, it looks wrong and bad. So I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to sweep this upwards because if you bring it too low, you end up making your face look a lot chunkier or like a lot chubbier. So yeah, I just like to bring that up, and usually onto my temples. Ooh, I really like the color of this. It's really, it's kind of like a terracotta color, sort of like the MAC Give Me Sun, and I love, love, love that bronzer. It's awesome. I technically love to use more cooler tones when I contour, and this definitely isn't cool. It's very, very warm. So I would say this is for people who really like bronzy looks rather than a very, very harsh contour. Bam. So I really like this. I really like the color. I'm just going to blend this out a little bit. And then what I also like to do is, well, as far as my highlight goes, I like to take a fan brush. This is a BH Cosmetics one. I'm going to take that highlight shade and just pop this onto the tops of my cheek. Okay, this isn't very glowy, or as glowy as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it's not really doing much. Maybe if I apply this. Yeah, it doesn't really reflect light like most of my highlights do. I'm not sure I really like the highlight here. And I do like to put my highlight into a C, so kind of going at the end of my arch here. So from the cheek, the top of the cheek, all the way to where my arch begins. I mean, it's not a bad highlighter. I just feel like I have better highlighter. Pop on my, and today I'm using MAC's, what's it called? Blush Baby. It's like a very nice mauvey pinky color. I'm going to take this with the Luxie Beauty 504 large angled brush. I actually did haul this in an Ipsy unboxing for February. Why am I not in focus? Okay. So for blush, I mean, this really isn't about blush, but I guess I'll show you. For blush, I kind of apply it between. Usually I apply my highlighter after I put my blush, but whatever, we can reverse it today. I just like to use this, put it in between my bronzing or my contour and in between that highlight. And I usually like to start at the top and bring it down and then start sweeping. Whoa, that looks harsh. And then to kind of blend everything out, I do take a dual fiber face brush and just blend, so that way the lines are not super duper harsh. That's how I kind of get this look here. And then I guess for number 2, I'm just going to show you guys the bronzer as well as the highlighter. And I'm pretty sure that these shades are a lot darker, and the highlight in this set is looks like this. The bronzer is definitely a lot darker. I'm just gonna wipe that first out. And okay, so this looks definitely more like my kind of highlight and bronze or contour shade. It's very dark, and the highlighter is very gold in color. I absolutely love this. This kind of reminds me of the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow highlight, which you guys know I absolutely love. So I'm just gonna show you how to use this one, and I'm gonna look kind of crazy because I have so many different like highlight and contour shades, but the blush is gonna stay the same. Going with the Sephora Pro 49 brush, I'm gonna pick up that product. And start kind of contouring. And I know a lot of people have been into kind of baking their, you know, their contour, and I'm not gonna say that I don't like it, because I do think that it looks really nice. I just think for an everyday kind of thing, that's way too much for me, and I don't prefer that. But definitely, if you are one to really take your time with your makeup every day, then definitely go ahead and do you, boo. But that's not something that I do. Bring this up to my temples. I actually really love this shade. I don't know if you guys can really tell, it is really dark, but it's more of a shade that I would wear. So then I'm going back in with MAC Blush Baby, that angled brush. And because I have more of a square head, I don't like to put too much on the apples of my cheek. I will just sweep it a little bit, so that way it doesn't look super plain up there. But that's not where I place most of the pigment. Kind of like it back here, so that way you see it more, and when I take pictures, you know, you kind of see the contrast. So that's what I'm going to do for that. And then I'm going to take that gold highlight. I'm actually really excited to see how it looks. I'm going to take it with my fan brush and apply that to the, whoa, yes. Yes, hunty, yes. Oh my god. It looks even better when you apply it with your fingers. The other one kind of looked the same with my fingers. But it looks really nice applied with this brush as well. Oh yeah. Yes, girl. Yes. And I do like to take highlight down the bridge of my nose. So I'm just going to do that, and the tip of my nose for that like little button look. This gold highlight is definitely very, very pigmented. So be careful not to put too much, especially if you are a lot fairer than I am. I'm going to put this on my Cupid's bow. I really, really like it. I don't know which one I like more. Yeah, I definitely like number 2 more just because I am a little bit darker in color. I'm not like super fair. If you are a lot fairer than I am, this is, number 2 is definitely not for you. I mean, you can always try it, but I don't think you would really be into it. I know I look a little crazy right now just because I have like, you know, a lot going on here, but I really, really love the Pro Sculpting Duos, and yeah, I really love the way that they go on. I'm just going to blend this out a little bit more. And I would say to definitely be careful with a lot of these products because they are super pigmented. It's not something that you want to pick up a lot of and then apply it to your face. I think you kind of want to go little by little so that way it doesn't look too harsh or it doesn't look super like muddy and kind of like caked on. You don't want that look. So yeah, I really, really love this. I would definitely recommend you guys to try it. I mean, if you don't like it, then you can always go ahead and return it. Recommend for you guys to go check it out. And they are online on Sephora. I'm not sure if they're in store as of right now, but they're definitely on. So that's really it for my demo and first impressions kind of review video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this and kind of found it useful because, I mean, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.